My name is Bethania. My daughter is Luna. She's 4 months. I personally never had any experience of, if no one tell me anything. And to be honest, like being so into it, I probably had looks, but I was never aware of anyone. I probably had. I'm not sure I can tell, but why we reached that point, I think many factors like could go from, I don't know, media or spiritual levels, could go for social levels. I think a mix of everything, the way we are now, being distant from this nature is happening. That women, they cannot do it. They cannot do it. They don't want to do it. They're scared of doing it. So we reach a point that we need to kind of find ways to remind ourselves that we need to go back. Let's say. So it is necessary, but it's funny how, it's really normal to see, this Sun magazine the other day, it's a newspaper, the other day taking my daughter to school on the bus, and there was this magazine with a woman, with the tits out, and I was like, oh, I found the way, it's really small, is it? And I'm embarrassed because of that, and that the same person reading that's probably getting upset because I'm breastfeeding their baby. So why that? I don't know how we get here. Is sick. Is sad. I think I can see lots of projects like this one and campaigns, and I think there is a possibility of change because women, I think, are feeling, starting from birth, at least in Brazil, say that cesarean rate is crazy. Private sector in Brazil is like 98% cesarean. And at the same time, there's big campaigns in Brazil we call to humanize birth.
Yes, in Argentina.
How to translate that?
Yeah, it's like humanistic birth or something like that.
Yeah. So I guess working on that, coming from, because as soon as you have a better experience with your pregnancy, with yourself first, and then with your pregnancy and with your birth, I guess, even if you have all the difficulties you have, there's something inside that's going to make you want to breastfeed and not find it. Just take it, or at least be a bit more curious about what actually involved straight away. Giving formula gets to someone else. In Brazil, it's very common. We have a nanny that you got to fill with the bottle, so it's not even. So I guess we've changed because I can see governments kind of really feeling their pocket, the effects of so many people ill and stuff like that. So not that these days this side, and I can feel that there's women are kind of feeling that there's a call to I have many friends, like women that I know that they say how they change their whole life after they have a baby and they start breastfeeding. And I guess I never thought, before we getting pregnant, I never thought how big. I didn't have expectations. But definitely changed me in many ways. So I'm not sure if it transformed me or stuff that was already me emerged. Not because I guess definitely there were things that changed me, kind of things that I used to, I don't know, not notice. I noticed more things I used to do that more. I used to work in fashion, for instance, and at some point I was like, no, the only thing I can still do from all that is the teaching. But I can't, as an amazing agency, I cannot support an industry that I don't. I know that there are things that they kind of probably change me, change me a lot. Yeah, it's a big thing. Not to, it had to change. When I was giving birth to Luna, my mom was there, and at some point I was like, oh God, why is it so painful? Because we are was not painful. We never say this word for the experience. That with her it was at home, but I could feel, probably was less distraction, and I could feel more of the sensation. It still was a great painful feeling. But I remember asking her at some point, reading the right way, and she was like, "Wow, because you had to birth yourself. How can you carry for a baby if you don't feel such intensity of the thing?" So I guess it's impossible, not to say changing many levels that I'm still gonna be working out. Like now, I'm kind of like things happening. Oh, it was like that 5 years ago. It's so tiny nuances of things, still feeling the vibrations of kind of this whole experience and following, like telling a bit.